Good morning and welcome to the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. I'm Esther.
And I'm Melanie.
And today we're talking about things to do before you go on holidays. So, whether or not you have somewhere exotic planned, or whether you're just wanting to take a weekend away with your family or friends, you need to be organized in your business before you take a few days off. Top tips coming right now.
Oh, well, no pressure then.
Okay, no pressure.
Okay.
Never put you under pressure.
Jeez. Now, in fairness, it's all down to preparation and understanding your goal strategy, basically, and time management. So it's three fundamental areas that we need to take into account to be ready to go away on holiday. And we all deserve a break. The majority of people who listen to this podcast, we know for a fact, are sole traders or very small businesses, so maybe a couple of members of staff. And you know, everybody needs a break. We all need a mental break after, the last couple of years.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would personally think, okay, I'm going away for 2 weeks. Let's say do worst case scenario, 2 weeks, which no sole trader in their right mind would ever do, in fairness. But let's say we are. And we still need to get stuff ready, but there are apps and tools, some of them are free, some of them are paid for, that you can schedule if you want for up to 3 months. And more actually, but a lot of them can do happily 3 months. So I would think, okay, so what do I need to make sure is done before I go away? So would it be images? Would it be website links? Would it be, particular copy or text that you need to get ready before you go away? Because the last thing you want to do is wake up with a hangover after a margarita night and decide what you're going to be putting up.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're going to be having an event or something special shortly after you come back, you're going to want to have the promotion for that going out while you're away. Exactly. So that you're not rushing at the last minute to get it all promoted and to get it all organized and out there. So using social media platforms that have their own scheduling built into them, or using a tool like we've mentioned it before, guys, we love it. We're not sponsored, but Agorapulse, then you can rest easy.
Yeah, but we are brand ambassadors.
Well, we are. We are.
But, we're brand ambassadors.
Okay, but not as the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. So.
Okay, touche.
So you can use these tools to get yourself scheduled and organized so that you're not stressing, so that even do it for a few weeks after you come back so that you can get caught up on all the other stuff that you missed, all your emails, all your posts, if you still get that organic stuff through the door. If anybody wants to send us a postcard, we really appreciate it. But there are other things that you need to do as well. So things like your opening times. Facebook gives you the option to have your opening times on your page. So you can set it that you are closed for the next week. And guess what, guys? The world's not going to end. But another place to also do it is Google My Business.
Google My Business. Yep. Yeah. It even prompts you, actually, once you've got a Google My Business profile, it will sometimes ask you, certainly around the British holidays, I've noticed, that, are you open for certain days? Are you open for, it does say St. Patrick's holiday actually as well, and others. So it's popular, recognised holidays. It will ask you, put up your up-to-date opening times. It's quite a nice prompt to have. There is one other thing you could also do, and I think a lot of business owners don't think to do it, is you can schedule all your content to go out, but you can still take time off by asking a friend or a colleague to monitor your socials.
Yeah.
For instance, if you're traveling, not that anybody's actually traveling, but if you're traveling to a different time zone, then it would be handy if somebody could monitor your social channels whilst you're asleep.
Yeah.
If somebody puts up a post and it goes up in error and it keeps on going up in error. It's actually happened to a friend of mine a couple of years ago. And unfortunately, she didn't have anybody to monitor her social channels apart from tell her that this had happened. So, there was nobody there who could step in and stop the post. And okay, the business survived, it wasn't the end of the world, but it didn't look good. So I was very fortunate a few years back when I went to the States, that I was able to ask my really good friends who are also in the same industry as myself to monitor my pages whilst I was away. So all the post was there. It was just to make sure that if anybody spammed or did anything unpleasant, they could just be given the flick.
Yeah.
And so there is no harm in asking your friends or family to do that for you, just to give you a wee break.
Yeah.
There really isn't. And it can just be temporarily.
Yeah, or you could, hire somebody in for that time if
Yeah,
you're going
a
away for
VA.
slightly longer. A VA.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
talked about VAs lots, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Another thing you can do to let your audience know, because your audience don't mind you going away on holiday or taking a break. So set a pinned post or a pinned tweet so that it's there. Remember to take it down once you get back and you're back into the swing of things. Otherwise, people will think that you're permanently away. You can also set automated messenger messages to go out when people send a message to your page to say that you're away, but that you will reply as soon as possible. And obviously, in your email, set an automated out of office reply so that they're not expecting a reply instantly, because, in the day and age that we live in, people do expect a reply. But if you're hiding out on a beach in, with no internet, take us with you.
That could actually be Trabolgan in Cork. You don't even need to be that far away. Just if anybody wants to escape and not get any emails and want to stay in Ireland, Trabolgan works a treat. So it certainly was a few years ago. They've probably upped their Wi-Fi's and their connectivity by now. No, my luck. But it very much has to do with what you want to hear about as well. Okay. Now I've got existing clients, and I don't want them feeling that I'm going to let them down even whilst I'm away. So you could also manage their expectations and say, look, I will respond, but I'm not always going to be in good Wi-Fi. You can tell them that, or like we said before, you can ask for somebody to respond for you. You can pay for somebody, or you can ask friends and family. But it's managing everybody's expectations that's really important.
Yeah.
Even your clients don't mind you taking some time off as long as things are being handled.
Yeah. And you need it. Like we've said, you definitely need it. Don't be the hero. Don't try to be having a wonderful, relaxing break while also replying to 30,000 emails and so many social media engagements and things. Do take the break. Your brain needs it. Your body needs it. Your business needs it. So
we all need a recharge, and you don't have to be a social media type person for this.
No.
If you're managing your social media, whatever type of business, whether it's a fruit stall or shoe shop, or we all need to take that little mental health break.
Yeah.
And we can't encourage that enough, even though we seem to be doing this all the time.
It's do as I say, not as I do.
This is true, yeah.
But obviously there could be times where you end up having to take a few days because you do get sick and you can't, get to things. So have a backup plan. Have somebody that you can contact and say, if you see that nothing goes up for 3 days, set a realistic...
Call the police.
I'm being eaten by my cats. But that they can step in and run the page and run the, especially if you've got your online e-commerce and orders are coming in, but nobody's there to send the stuff out. That, without your audience knowing, that could affect it. So definitely have somebody on standby. But at the end of the day, what we want is for you to be able to switch off, be able to relax, and know that things are going out that are scheduled, things are going according to plan as much as possible so that you can switch off. So that's our top tip for today, guys. Any closing statements?
I know, especially when you're starting up, you feel it's very difficult to actually go on a break, but you're actually doing yourself and your business a disservice if you don't take the time to reload. Even if it's maybe 3 or 4 days at a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a short break just to refresh. So this is us giving you permission to take a break.
And if you need us to help you with anything, just get in touch. Thanks for that, guys. We'll be back next week with more Monday Morning Marketing. Bye-bye.
Bye.